Hello, Northgate. Hello, kindergarteners. How are you doing today? Enjoying the sun out there? I sure hope so. Okay. Yesterday, when we began the first part of our science lesson, we started talking about the structure and function of a goldfish and the structure and function of a platyfish. As we walked through our lesson, we did the scientific illustration of both fish, and we label every body part and also what those parts are used for. In other words, the structures and their function. Today, we are going to compare both types of fish. So scientists, get your scientist brain ready and start thinking, what are some things that are the same about this fish and what are some things that are different? To do this activity with me at home, you might need a piece of paper and a writing tool, or if you have it, you could use a whiteboard and a marker. You could use either one. If you choose to use your whiteboard, the first thing you're going to draw is a box at the top. And by drawing a box, in this case, for me, is a rectangle. So this graph that we're going to use is called box and T chart. Just like the name says it, it's like the letter T. See? Like an uppercase letter T and a rectangle at the top. Inside the rectangle, you are going to write the word both. B-O-T-H. Both. Then, on the left side of your T, you are going to write the letter G for goldfish, and on the right side, the letter P for platyfish. Those of you super achievers, superstars, you could go ahead and spell the whole word. Goldfish. Platyfish. Okay? And now your chart is ready, so you could start making this comparison with me. If you're using a piece of paper or your journal, then you could do the same thing. A rectangle at the top for your box, the uppercase T at the bottom, and then proceed to do your writing just like I have on my board. So, we are going to start looking at our scientific illustration and see what are some things that both of them have. And we are going to be using the word both. So when you practice this at home, make sure you use the word both. So, watch me as I model the first one for you. When I look at both of my illustration, I notice that both fish have scales for protection. Both have scales for protection. Okay? Now I give you some time for you to think about what else they both have. Did I hear you say that they both have eyes to see? You got that one right. They both have eyes to see. What else? Yes, that's it. They both have tail to move. Tail to move. Okay? What else? Yeah, The gills, right here. They both have gills to breathe. Okay. Now, you could continue to mention all of the structures, all of the body parts, and what they're used for, because they both have them. Now, let's start thinking about the things that are different about them. What is something that is different about these two fish? What was that? I know. Yeah, I know you will think of that because it's the first thing we notice, that they are different color. And yes, there are other colors of goldfish, and most of the platies, they have a dark shade. Some of them, I've seen that they have like a little bit of brownish on them, and kind of on their belly part sometimes they have a little bit of white, kind of silver. But yes, in this case, in our scientific illustration, the color immediately pop up. And when we're looking at differences, we think about color, we think about size, we think about shape, and those characteristics help us notice the difference between one thing and the other. So I'm going to go ahead and start by talking about the color. The goldfish is orange, and in this case, the platyfish is gray. What else is different? The color is different. What else is different? Yes, the shape of your body. Notice that the platyfish is kind of skinny and long. The goldfish seems a little bit rounder, a little bit puffier, right? So I'm going to say that the goldfish is rounder. It's a little bit more round. Rounder. And then this one is a little bit slender. What else is different? Oh my God! You guys have great eagle eyes. Do you notice the shape of their tails? The goldfish has a longer tail. This one is shorter. This one is shaped like a V, and this one is shaped more like a fan. Okay, so I'm going to say V shaped tail, and this one is a fan shape, oops, my goodness, I cannot even see what I'm doing. Shape tail. I'm so excited about this lesson. Shape, yes, V-shaped tail, fan-shaped tail. Anything else that you notice? And we could go on and on talking about what's the same and what's different. But this is something that we're going to be using during these activities with our science unit. Every time we come across a pair of animals, we are going to talk about their body parts and their function, and we are going to compare them. From here, this translates into a piece of writing, a really good sentence. Sentences that you could practice as you come up with these ideas. So before you go, I'm going to give you a format that you could use after you have completed your chart to use this same writing in sentences. Okay? So, here is what your sentences might look like. Both fish have scales for protection. Period. I started with uppercase, I left finger spaces, and I ended my sentence with a period. Both fish have scales for protection. You could use different structures and different functions to write your sentences that talk about similarities, about the things that are the same. If you're going to write a sentence about things that are different, then your sentence might look like this. Goldfish have a long tail, but platies has a short tail. Period. Okay? So when we try to write about what's different, then the sentence might be a little bit longer because we are comparing one animal with the other. Goldfish have a long tail, but the platyfish has a short tail. And here, as I was reading my writing, I noticed that it's not consistent because I started talking about a lot of goldfish and then I'm comparing it to only one platyfish. So as a good reader and writer, I'm gonna go back and fix my writing. And I'm going to make it just one. A goldfish, and I'm going to erase this. And that is something that we could all do because writing takes time. A goldfish has a long tail, but the platyfish has a short tail. And now I read my sentence and I'm still not quite pleased. What's different here? Oh, I noticed I'm saying the platyfish. So I'm going to go ahead and change these A to the. And readers, writers, scientists, notice how many times I went back, read my sentence, and worked on it to fix it. The goldfish. The goldfish has a long tail, but the platyfish has a short tail. That sounds much better. I think now I'm done with my writing. So all there is to do is just to have my picture and label it. So I'm going to go ahead and do really quick my illustration. Okay, and here is my goldfish with the V-shaped tail and really long. And then here is my platyfish with a shorter, rounder tail. Okay, so this one is the platy, and this one is the goldfish. And since my writing was about their tail, I'm also going to label the tail. Tail. And scientists, you have completed a comparison of these scientific illustrations about the goldfish and the platyfish. Thank you so much. Happy writing. See you next time, scientists.